Hi guys! Hi guys! So today I thought I'd do a video on how to pick the perfect nude lipstick shade, because I remember like when I was younger I always wanted that kind of nice nude shade, and then you go out to the store and pick, any nude, and you come back and you just look dead. And like, I think a lot of people, when you just mention, oh, a nude lip, they automatically think it's just like that one pale beige color like this. That's not hot, and this is not a nude lip that you want to walk out into the world with, because this isn't The Walking Dead. So, when you're picking a nude lip, do not try to match your lip with your skin color, unless you want to look like, a vampire with no blood, you've just been on strike or something, or you're literally about to die from hypothermia. Like, this is not what you're trying to go for. Depending, mainly on your skin tone, and skin color, the shade of nude that you pick will really depend on this. And there's coral peach nudes, there's pinky nudes, there's brownie nudes. So today I'm going to be talking about how you guys can pick the perfect nude for you without looking like a dead corpse. So the first step you want to do when finding a nude color is to look at your skin color. Skin color. So if you see that, there's veins in there, right? So if you look at your wrist and you find the veins are blue or purple, or bluish purple, then that means you have a cool toned skin. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're pasty and white, it just means you're cool toned in color. But if your veins are more green, like what I have, that means you're more warm toned. Mine are green, so I'm warm, and this usually means you're more tanned and olive skinned. So keep that in mind when you're picking a nude shade, because the goal of a nude lip color isn't to just pick the lightest shade there is out there. You need to kind of work with what shade of nude will suit you. So if you're really fair and you have that cool blue undertone, which means your veins are blue or purple, picking a nude can be easier for you, especially if you want to go for the really light pinks, because pinks and berries have that blue undertone, and so they will work perfectly with really fair and light skin. Whereas if you took the same shade and put it on a warm toned person like me, we would just look dead again. It's that dead corpse look. If you do have a light skin shade, I recommend the e.l.f. It's their matte lip color in the shade Natural, and the Max Factor Color Elixir pencil lipstick in the shade, it's in Wild Orchid. So these two are really nice, really fair pink shades. They're definitely blue based because they're not warm at all. They don't have browns, they don't have peachy undertones, they're purely light pink. And these work the best for light skin tones. Okay, so if you have medium skin with yellow undertones, so if you're something like me, I think, medium and olive, you can sit somewhere between that spectrum. Usually you want to stay away from browns or anything too blue, because then that'll make you just look really washed out in yellow. And if you pick something too brown, you'll look like all one color and you've been in the bush for 5 years. No, 5 days. Who would last 5 years? So you don't want to look too monochromatic, because that's not the goal of a nude lip. And you want to stay away from anything that's too brown or too gray. Kind of like this liquid lipstick from ColourPop. I'll try these on so you can kind of grasp what works and what doesn't. Anything with coral or caramel undertones in it will really work best for you, because it will complement the skin tone the best. My favorite lipstick, speaking as a person in this category, is the MAC, I think it's their Lustra lipsticks, or it could be matte, I don't know, in Brave. And it's the perfect combination of pinky brown. It's it's not a blue pink, but it's a really nice warm shade. Next is olive skin tones. So if you don't know what that looks like, just think of JLo or Kim Kardashian, that really nice tanned olive. You don't get sunburn I think that's how I define it. People with this skin tone or this skin color can get away with a wide spectrum of nude shades because they can gravitate more towards the like brownie caramel color, but also pull off pinks as well. But the best one for this skin shade or this skin tone are corals as well, because it's similar to the mediums, like medium yellow toned people. Anything from like soft beiges to light corals, they'll look especially. But the one thing you want to avoid is to pick a color that's more than one shade too light for the skin. You want to keep it within your natural skin, like your natural lip color, and maybe like one shade lighter. My favorite one for olive skin would be this NYX butter lipstick in Snow Capped, because it's a really light peach color and it's got a little bit of pink but is mostly, you know, that coral peachy shade. And yeah, it just works really well with olive skin tones. So if you have a dark or deep skin tone, you have to stay away from anything too light because it'll look frosted and it just really doesn't work with a darker, deeper complexion. So you want to stay to mauvey browns. And anything with like golden hues, they really just bring out the pigments of, you know, a darker complexion. You want to find something that's almost your natural color, but maybe a little bit lighter, like pinker. My recommendation for deeper skin tones would be the Too Faced Melted Chihuahua, and this is a really nice plummy pink, which would go really well with darker skin tones. So just another couple of tips when you're using nude lipsticks. First, I think it's really helpful to use a concealer just to like blend into the outer edges of your lip to kind of like erase that transition, especially if you have a really big contrast between your lip and your skin. And so when you put on like any lighter shade of nude, it'll look a bit more natural and kind of blend, I don't know, it just looks a bit better. And secondly, when you're using lighter shades, if your lips are chapped, it'll look really gross because the lighter colors kind of cling onto the dead skin and settles into the like lines of the lips. So make sure you're like well hydrated, and you can also use like a lip scrub and just buff away any of the dead skin on your lip. Otherwise, another trick is to actually use a toothbrush. Maybe not the one you're using to actually brush your teeth, but I mean, you can do that too, and wet the bristles and then lightly kind of massage over the lip while it's wet. Make sure it's wet, otherwise you'll have like a bleeding lip. And this like really just exfoliates the lip. And yeah, so those are my tips. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and maybe you guys found the perfect lipstick for you, because all the ones that I used are the ones that I normally wear. Obviously, I don't have like light skin or dark skin, but the ones I showed you guys I know would work. So yeah, if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. And also, I just bought like a bunch of ColourPop liquid lipsticks, so if you want to see swatches of all the colors I got, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!